Alright, what the fuck is up, YouTube? And I hope everybody is doing well. Today we got another Spiral Abyss video. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, this is the hardest Spiral Abyss I have ever done before. And it was honestly, personally, so challenging to the point where I did not enjoy this. I spent way too much time on this Spiral Abyss. Like, it's kind of embarrassing. And I took so long that on PlayStation, like, I saved the last 30 minutes, and that last 30 minutes did not even include my Chamber 1 completion, so I had to go back and redo that for the video. It was like kind of a bummer, but here we are. We start off with the what's this thing called? Perpetual Mechanical Array, the big ol' ruin cube. This was actually probably the easiest part of the whole floor 12, honestly, and it wasn't too bad for Hu Tao. I can imagine how it'd be really difficult for like another main DPS that isn't like a super crazy single target like Hu Tao. But this was not the part I struggled on. You'll see the part I struggled on. It literally took me hours. I'm not gonna lie. It took me hours to finally come up with the perfect team composition to beat the Chamber 2 boss. Chamber 2 second half. That's what I really struggled with. This part was pretty manageable. You can see I'm going with the Melt Ganyu again. Never thought that I'd be sticking with this, but I have to, man. I have to. This Spiral Abyss was fucked. Very challenging for me personally. Probably not the same for everybody. Probably just me. But I can't find this last dude. Here he is. And what's huge on this, and I try to show it in the little rerun I do right here, my second attempt on this part, but you really want to try to save your bursts for the next floor, or the next chamber, I mean, on this floor 12, because it definitely comes in handy being able to spam those shits. That's something that caused me like a lot of like confusion and shit today. So right now I'm just kind of like juggling around with this last dude, trying to get little energies off of his alligator, so I get all my bursts back and full. I bet the new character, the Wanderer, would be super good on this Spiral Abyss. I don't have him because I'm saving for the Hu Tao rerun, possibly the Yalan rerun, and then Raiden Shogun's weapon banner. I'm gonna pull for that too, probably, hopefully. We'll see, God willing. But this part was also not too hard for Hu Tao. I'm sure there's a method where you can group these up and you're not like going back and forth like a fucking idiot, but I just did it because after playing so long on the Spiral Abyss, I was becoming a fucking idiot, so that's just kind of how it is. So it starts off with those three little triangle dudes, and then there's one of those little arrow, like, summoning jutsu characters, Eremites or whatever. And then right here, this is like the most challenging part for me. I don't know about everybody else, but holy, this took me a long time and a lot of patience and a lot of like racking my brain trying to figure out, dude, like, you've played Genshin for a while, how are you having trouble with this? But yeah, so we went with Melt Ganyu because I can still get some damage off while this bastard's flying around, and then Bennett because I need the heals, and Zhongli because you need a Geo character to take this thing down, or at least to take it down quickly enough. I was like, if only I had two Hu Taos. I tried this with Raiden and it was not working with Raiden at all. Well, it was a little bit actually, but just too little too late every time. Alright, here's the trick with Zhongli. Just tap him. Like, just pause. But tap the his skill. Don't hold it. And that's how you destroy these little wolf heads with the Geo skills or bursts. but basically just geo damage, and it destroys him, breaks his shield, he falls to the ground, he's immobilized for a little bit, and you're just free to go ham on this Golden Wolf Lord. This was actually like one of the first Spiral Abysses I ever cleared. Was the first one they introduced this boss, I'm pretty sure. This was back during like, I think the Zhong, Li, and Ganyu, like their first rerun, like in like December, January, I think January last year. But yeah, I was struggling, and you have no idea the joy that was just coursing through me after I finished that. Like, the relief, the fucking relief was insane. But this next one, it's not so bad if you have a good single target, and then you're gonna want a good single target for the first half of this one, and then a really good multiple target one after, because it's 15 of like the vampire dog things that like drain your health. So you definitely also want a healer on your second half, ideally, unless you're just a god at dodging. If you're god at dodging, you still might have some trouble, because there's fucking 15 of them. Not all at once, but it's like a lot of them at once. So yeah, I try to have some good. That's why Ganyu is really just perfect for the second half of this floor 12. I'd highly recommend it. Then this chicken bird dendro thing came back, and I'm kind of fucking it up with Hu Tao and the double hydro, double pyro. I honestly like this team comp. I think Toma's really slept on in certain teams. I like how he's kind of like getting some attention in dendro teams, but I don't really use dendro in Spiral Abyss. Maybe that's my problem. But here we go. Here's the last half of the last chamber of the last floor. Just so many of these little dogs everywhere. And I had no like rotation because I was so confused as to like what the right combination was. I think there's a trick where if you like go to like the side of the circle, like they'll follow you there and like group themselves up for you, but I just tried to group them up with Kazuha's skill and then use Zhongli's burst to kind of freeze him and then just absolutely unload. But this was not as hard as the Golden Wolf for me. The Golden Wolf Lord or whatever. And then once you get like a majority of the little dogs, 3 big dogs come out. And this is honestly the hardest part of this half because these things have a shit ton of health. A metric ton of it. But Melt Ganyu, you know, I'll admit, I was wrong. It's pretty good. It's pretty nice. It definitely did the trick here. Came in clutch for me. Yeah, definitely gonna want a healer. I bet Kokomi is like really good in like a Dendro team for this half, maybe. Like I don't know. Or like, oh no. I thought Bennett was really good in the second half of floor 12. Here we go. We're just finishing up these wolves. Boom. Boom. Just like that. The hardest Spiral Abyss of my whole Genshin Impact career. Never so satisfied to see that challenge ended sign in my whole life. But here we are. Going to the team compositions. I tried something different with Toma. You'll get to see that. But basically it's just the same old, you know. We got the Staff of Scarlet Sands, the Crimson Witch of Flames. My artifacts I haven't gotten any new good pieces for her since the last Spiral Abyss, which is like kind of a bummer because I've only been doing Crimson Witch, but you know. And then Jinkyu, I did switch to a 2-piece Heart of Depths, 2-piece emblem, just so I could have more energy recharge and like spam his burst more, because I feel like that was definitely important on this Spiral Abyss, and I could sense that coming. Switched it like a week before. Mona's got the Noblest now, and there's no instructor set user on my team anymore. But I am running a Toma buff, which is the Lava Walker. I strayed away from the strictly shielding build, and now he's kind of like a true support. And I still got him at C5, so hopefully one day we get that C6. Onto the Ganyu side, we got, I still am running Blizzard Strayer, even though I'm using Melt Ganyu, because I can get way more crit damage out of that. And I still run the EM Sands, so I honestly think this works way better for me than Wanderer's Troop would, but that's just me personally. Here we got Benny Boy with the Noblesse. Decently built Bennett, I don't know. I got him C5 though, that's one upgrade that I did get. We got Kazuha, same as always, just a lot of EM, some energy recharge. I'm hoping this new sword you get from the event that's out right now gives you a really good sword for Kazuha. I know it's EM, but I don't know if it has a better like ability or more EM. And then here's Zhongli. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys have good luck on the Spiral Abyss and a great holiday season, and I will see you guys in the next video.